Welcome to the Let You Tell It podcast.
I feel like this is so tall and I'm short, so we're gonna make this work. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Let You Tell It podcast. I'm your host, Caesar, and with me, y'all recognize the man. Y'all know who it is. It's the boy, Sin Alma. Let them know what's the deal, bro.
What's good? Sin Alma, 818. We're back. Part 2.
Part 2, exactly. This is part 2 for Sin Alma. So, first of all, before we start, I want to say congratulations on the album finally being out, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Finally being out.
Took long enough.
Bro, but hey, honestly, I have to say, like, from my opinion, and, like, I've been putting people on the album, it was well worth the wait, bro.
I appreciate that.
It was well worth the wait.
I appreciate that.
I'm going to say it off the top. Shout out to Red in the building. Your fucking beat selection is fucking insane.
Shout out to Red, man. I honestly, like, this project, this is the first project I've put out as Sin Alma. This is the first project I've, like, personally, I've put out since 2016, bro. So it's like, you know, however long, that 8
coming.
years,
Yeah,
9 years almost.
No, yeah, 9 years.
That's crazy. I'm old.
All right, thanks, asshole. We're in the same boat, dog. We're in the same boat on that one.
But, like, you know, your first album or your first project, that's like people's first impression of you. Obviously, I put out singles before, and, you know, people have their impressions of that. But, you know, the first full body of work, that's something special to an artist, you know. So I wanted to make sure it had a very cohesive sound.
Yeah.
And once I tapped in with Red, like, him and I actually haven't even met in person. I just met him.
What the fuck? Are you serious? Bro, I'm hearing all these beats. I'm hearing this tag it on every song. I'm like, damn, these fools are locked in like this. Like, you don't even know this guy in person?
In person? No, like, through Instagram, bro. I found him on Instagram.
Is he from the Valley?
No, he's from LA.
Oh, okay.
I actually think he's from New York, but he lives in LA.
Oh, he stays in LA.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up, bro. That's
so
what's up.
I had heard his stuff through, like, other homies from the Valley. I think through Ruggo.
Oh, yeah.
Possibly.
I know Ruggo. I think Ruggo's had a couple tracks with him.
Yeah. So I think I know him through that. And I just, you know, he posts his beats up. I started listening to them. I'm like, damn, it'd be really cool to do, like, some West Coast sounding shit. Like, because I'm never really in that bag.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm going to tap in with him. I bought a couple beats off of him. And then from there, he was like, yo, like, I also do custom beats with, you know, when you buy stuff. And he did some custom beats for me. We locked in on that. Got suggestions from me. So at that point, I was like, okay, if that's how this is going to work, then I'm going to just do a whole album full of this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it worked out, man. I'm really happy with how it's come out so far.
The beat selections, the samples you use, the song samples you use, I was just all like, what is this motherfucker on, bro? There's times where I called you and I was like, yo, like, are you serious? Like, you use this? That shit. So what's your feeling about, like, the album finally being out and all that?
I'm just happy, honestly. Like, this album, my first album, I didn't really know what I wanted it to be. Because I like I said, I had just been putting out singles over the years, you know, and they had different sounds. Each single sounded different. So I didn't feel comfortable putting those songs together on the album. Okay. Realistically, this isn't the album I, like, envisioned being my first one, but it just worked out that way. So what was the question?
Well, like, what's your, like, feelings about it, like, finally being released, and, like, the feedback that you've been getting from it so far?
People love it, man. Like, people have been really banging that shit, honestly. Like, just seeing that on people's stories, or, like, people sending me, hey, yo, look where I'm at and look where I'm listening to. Yeah. Like, hey, I'm on my way to Vegas. I'm listening to your shit. Getting ready to party. Getting ready to get...
And lose all my money.
Yeah, exactly. Like, getting ready to lose the house, my family, my kids. Like, look what I'm listening to.
I'm calling you out there. This is your fault, motherfucker.
Yeah. You did this to me.
You're so...
But, like, seeing that it's fucking cool, bro. Like, you know, I've been doing this a long time, so to still be able to have that is amazing, bro.
No doubt, bro. That shit, like, again, I said, congrats, bro. That shit.
Thank you, man.
That shit's, honestly, bro, from everything I've been listening from the Valley, like, project-wise, like, actually album-wise, getting put out, I would have to say your album is top 3 right now.
Damn.
Because
that's crazy. We got a lot of shit coming out right now too.
And that's what I'm saying, dog. Like with everybody like not tapped in with the Valley that much. Like we have so many artists out here putting out music. So far, not too many people are dropping off like albums like that yet.
Right, yeah.
Everybody's working on singles and stuff like that, which is fine. But that's what I'm saying. Like project wise, like album wise, I think you're top 3 out of everything a lot of people have put out.
Yeah.
You know, I think yours is top 3, dog. Just in my opinion.
Man, I appreciate that.
That's my opinion.
That's
you know what
huge,
I'm saying?
man. And shout out to everyone in the Valley, man.
Hell yeah.
We need to start dropping
bro.
more music because this 818 playlist is getting hard to update every week.
Bro, and shout out to Sin Alma for updating that fucking playlist every week. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the link in the description for Spotify and Apple. Bro, I remember when he first started doing it, he put together a whole like playlist of just like people from the 818. And it's good, you know, to promote it right now, especially here on this platform, because I have people like from all over the place. So you guys get to get a quick little sound of like all the genres and stuff we have from the 818.
Yeah.
It's not just hip hop. Let me tell you that. It's not just hip hop. Shout out to Danny Zico. He's fucking, bro.
Danny
Oh
is.
my God.
I tell him,
No.
I low-key be glazing, bro. I tell him all the time, like, you are my favorite artist. Like, not just Valley, like, bro, you're one of my favorite artists. Like, I listen to his shit.
The way he utilizes his voice, and that's a big thing that I love from any type of artist, when you could utilize your voice and, you know, have different sounds, you know, like, you can go from like a roughneck sound to a nice melodic,
Sing to
like,
the bitches.
yeah.
You can also sing about not loving a bitch.
Yeah,
you can sing
all
about
that, bro.
all that,
And
bro.
Danny's one of the few persons in the Valley that could do that shit, bro. So that's what shout out to Danny, bro.
Shout out to Danny, not just for that, but like he recorded the whole project.
Oh, you were at
I went to the room.
the Z room?
The room Z room. Yeah, shout out to Danny Zigo, and he's also on the album.
Yeah.
He featured
Show Me Love, right?
Yeah, which I've been wanting that for years. I've been wanting a feature from Danny for years. I've known him a long time, since before I was Sin Alma, before he was Danny Zico. He used to go by a different name.
I was about to say your real name right now and give away your identity. I was gonna say, he knows you as blank.
He knows, he knows me as.
We're not gonna
he knows
say
me
that,
without
though.
the mask.
Okay, what's your opinion? What's your favorite track off the album? And then I'll give you mine.
It changes, honestly. I have like 3 that I absolutely love. Like, I love the whole album, but there's like 3 that are just like up there.
All right, what is it?
Slide With Me,
Okay.
for sure. Plugged In Freestyle.
Shout out CS Johnny on that one,
Johnny,
yo.
man. He came.
We're gonna
through
get
for
into
me,
that.
bro.
We're gonna get into that one.
And damn, there might be 4. Nah, I'll stick with the safe bet and say That's a Lie.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My top song off the album is Slide With Me.
Slide With
I
Me.
remember when I was listening to the album, my song, I called Sin Alma and I was like, hey bro, like damn, like I'm barely on this song. He's like, bro, Slide With Me is for sure a guaranteed hit. And let me tell you guys, that motherfucker is, bro.
Let you tell it.
That shit, oh my God, bro. Your second verse on that song, I relate to it so much. I even like have it written down because that was like part of one of my things.
Hell yeah.
My favorite part of the song, you said, I'm tired of being alone. I'm tired of all the DMs and swiping right on my phone. I cried. I was like, that's me. I was like, where's the camera?
of it too.
I was like, where's the camera in this bitch? Right? He's watching me. This motherfucker is watching me. But no, that whole song, the way like, what's the artist you have featured on it? What's
Flor.
her name? Flor, bro. Her voice on the chorus and then her little verse on the
second verse.
The second verse, bro. She has a great, amazing voice, and I think your guys' like voices like collabed on the song perfect.
Yeah.
And it just, the flow, the melody, just everything just went with it.
Hell
And
yeah.
when I heard that song, I was like, bro, what? I played it 10 times over and over and over again. And that's one of my top songs on that album, just because like what you're speaking about, you know. I like the beginning part too. At the beginning when you say going to brunch with your friends and tidying up at the gym.
Yeah.
I'm all like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I like that, bro. That's it. What was going through your mind when you were making that one?
Making that one was just like, me and Flo actually wrote that in the studio together. Like,
You guys heard the beat first?
yeah, well,
Okay.
yeah, I had the beat already, and I brought it to her. I was like, hey, look, her and I met a couple years ago at some open mic event.
Okay, dope.
Shout out to Something Dope for the People. they have like it wasn't even open mic, it was like a pass the aux event.
Oh, I think I seen you post it.
I posted it before.
Yeah.
It was like a pass the aux event, and people just go there, they play their music, get feedback from other artists, network and stuff. And I met her at one of those, and she played one of her songs. And not to like be disrespectful to other artists, but sometimes you go to those events and you're like, damn, this shit's kind of whack.
Yeah,
but
and it's
that
not
could
the
just
artist,
be like ego shit, That's like, you think you're better than everybody else, whatever. But
sometimes you gotta think like that.
Yeah,
though.
but when I went there and I heard her shit, I was like, oh damn, like she got a voice, she got like a look to her, she got everything, and like her lyrics mean something. I could tell they meant something to her. So we talked briefly, exchanged Instagrams, and I've always just kind of kept her like on the burner. Like, okay, when I finally do get to a point where I make a song with the singer, it has to be her.
100%, yeah. And I think you made a great selection on that one.
For sure.
Because like I said, everything just flowed perfect along with the song.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I listen to that song probably like 3 times a day. Just because, bro, the beat selection too, like I said,
that shit goes crazy.
Yeah, bro. One thing I have on my notes here, I want to shout you out. You sampled Ashanti, motherfucker, on your last track.
Twice?
Did you?
Slide With Me samples. Oh no, that's Ashanti, Ja Rule, not Foxy Brown, Charlie Baltimore.
No wonder that fucking beat sounded fucking familiar. And I know you your last song on the album, it's Ashanti.
It's one of those Ashanti songs. I always forget. It's not Foolish.
It's I just wanna love you, baby. Always
I don't
Ride
remember.
With Me. I think it's called Ride With Me.
Yeah.
Bro, I've for all you that really know me, that know Caesar for Caesar, y'all know my all-time #1 fucking celebrity crush since I was 5 years old.
She's so fine, bro.
Has been Ashanti. Fuck you, Nelly. All right, we got beef because you got my girl pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
I'll raise that kid as my own.
Stepdaddy duties is crazy.
I'll be the father that stepped up.
I'm the pappy. Bro, but you guys that really know me, Ashanti has been my fucking celebrity crush since I was a youngin'. I had her CDs, when she was part of fucking Murder Inc. And when I heard that sample at the end, I was just all like, what a great way to end this album. I was like, you motherfucker, bro.
Yeah,
bro.
All of that was very intentional too, like the samples. Because like I said, some of these beats were I got them from his page, right?
Okay.
But a lot of them are also custom beats that I was like, hey, can we do this? Can we maybe sample this?
Which one was a custom beat? That's what I was gonna ask. Like, what beat was like custom? Where
That's
like, hey,
a Lie was custom.
Okay, that's
the plugged in freestyle. That one's custom.
I knew that one was gonna be it, bro. That fucking the Mexican fucking.
Well, it samples the Cypress Hill song. Tequila Sunrise.
I knew it. Yeah. The trumpet, right?
Yeah. Well, the whole.
Yeah. Okay.
All of it. The guitars too. I shouldn't really be giving away all this sauce.
We gonna leave it right there.
No, but there was another one too. I don't remember right now. But yeah, so and I think Slide With Me was also
custom.
Yeah, custom.
That's what's up. So what, you just have an idea and you're just like, hey, like,
I just think certain things I just thought certain things would sound cool, like with West Coast, I guess kind of revamping them. That's what sampling should be.
Yeah,
it should
100%.
It shouldn't just be like, oh, let me find this weird ass sample. It should also like bring back a memory that people have. That's
a great, like, I love that you brought up that point.
Yeah.
Because that's what I think whenever I hear a sample. Here's my thing though. I'm so tapped in with music like that when I hear a sample, I have to hear the original because I'm all like, I know that song.
Yeah.
I know, and I won't stop. And so I'm like, what fucking song in this?
Yeah.
Like, there's times where like I'm driving, I hear a song, I know the sample, I stop the music and I'm just in my head. And everyone's, what are you doing? I was like, shut up, hold up, let me work. And I'm just like, and I'm just like, it's that song.
Yep, there you go.
It's that song. That's I love hearing samples because, like you said, it brings you're paying homage a little.
You're for sure paying homage. Yeah, you're sure for paying homage.
It's not like, oh, I'm gonna take this person's beat. Like, it's like, no, I love this song. let me see if I could create something off of this and pay homage to this person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's cool that a lot of big time artists let people sample their music. Yeah. Because I know there's like some artists that are really like picky about that shit. Yeah. And they're just like, nah, if you want to sample my shit, like I need all the money. Yeah, I need all the money. I need a cut. I think RP Juice WRLD, I think he went through that problem with Lucid Dreams. Yeah. Whoever he sampled, they got mad that he blew up off of it, and they wanted all the royalties from it. It's like, bro, even to this day.
Yeah, that's not the first time that song's been sampled. And
exactly, yeah.
I think the singer is Sting, if I'm not mistaken. Was it I'll Be Missing You by Redacted, fucking Diddy. But that song, it samples the same artist, and he took all the money from that. But like, that was a beautiful song
from Diddy's.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That was a beautiful song for his friend, who had passed away.
Yeah, for Biggie. Yeah, exactly.
Aside from the other shit that he's known for now,
we don't bring that up. Yeah. He's canceled. We get it. We get it. He's fucking canceled. But
he made a song for his friend who passed away.
Like, you motherfuckers, I know you all canceled R. Kelly, but I know you motherfuckers are still playing Ignition. Don't you fucking lie to me. All right? If I ever go to your house and you're playing Ignition, and I know you're like, ooh, R. Kelly, I'm gonna drop kick the shit out of you.
Show me your top played songs, and I know the remix to Ignition's in there.
100%, bro. That's everybody's jam at the parties, bro. Like, come on now.
I know you guys are still stepping in the name of love. Don't fucking play with me.
I know I'm still bumping Same Girl with him and Usher. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if they had the same girl, do they both? I'm sure they both have herpes. But like, do you think they both got it from that?
Probably. Because I mean, they made a song about it. Now all that's happening. So
I just like, bro, like, how does it not get mentioned that you have a twin? At all. They've been going on dates.
Yeah,
like, and I feel like twins are so upfront about that shit too.
When I'm talking to a female, like,
you got siblings?
Yeah, like literally, like I ask, like, oh, like I tell a girl, like, oh, I want to talk to you, I want to get to know you, like shit like that, and like that's one of the first things, like, oh, like she'll be like, oh, like I'm home. Oh, you live by yourself? Oh no, I live with my family. I was like, oh, okay, like you got siblings? Yeah. It's like, yeah, whoop-de-whoop and all this shit.
Matter of fact, I have a twin. Yeah. That's like I feel like twins are so like
interlocked with each other, bro.
Surprised they didn't all go on the date together, bro.
Exactly. Be like, oh, like she'd be like, hey, I'm fucking with R. Kelly. Oh, I'm fucking with Usher. Oh my god, bitch.
Twins.
We hopped off topic on that one. Fuck you, Diddy. I hate you. Okay, one thing I wanted to bring up. There's a song on your album called "Take It Outside."
Oh yeah, love that song.
I heard that song like 3 times back to back, and I kept thinking in my head, okay, it sounds like somebody should be on this track. And I finally pinpointed on who it should be, like, because the way you utilize your voice, the type of beat it is,
yeah,
I think that song should have an OGZ feature.
An OGZ?
Yes.
I was thinking like One Take J.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So someone
to bring some type of energy to it. Yeah,
bro. Because I'm just all like, the way you utilize your voice. At one point, I'm like, this motherfucker sounds like OGZ, and I was like, OGZ has to be on this fucking track, bro.
I think that'd be great, man. Tap in, OGZ. If you're watching,
OTX, tap in. Vote for us. We'll get you.
I know you're tapped in with the Valley.
Oh, 100%, bro. I know a bunch of motherfuckers that know this guy, bro. So I'm gonna tag all you motherfuckers. Tap in.
Phoenix, tap in.
We need a feature. Oh,
One Take J. Shout out to ATM Danny. Him and One Take J.
Whoa,
just dropped the song like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
It's hard.
And Danny just dropped the Ghetto Pasta. Bro, that shit fire. Shout out ATM Danny. Put it on for the city, Danny, bro. That motherfucker's doing it. Shout out Maximo, his manager. Y'all fucking
shout out Maximo.
Bro, that team they got is just, it's fucking inspiring.
It's inspiring because bro. I feel like last year he had a really like crazy year, just dropping the project with Goddammit Dupree and just putting out so much shit. He really blew up last year. Sometimes when an artist gets there, the next year after that, they might not. I don't want to say fall off, but like
it may
maybe
not have that same pop.
They don't work as hard, but no, they're working hard now. They're expanding. They're going out to different cities.
They just did a sold out show in the Bay Area. Right? Yeah, shout out the Bay for showing love to the Valley.
Yeah,
and then they have a show in Portland.
I saw that. Yeah,
this month, I believe on the 26th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So good luck to the boys. Represent for the city.
Put on, bro.
Keep doing that shit, bro. Mac and fucking ATM and Danny, keep fucking doing it. The team you guys got, you guys are making the Valley proud.
Big time. It's
fucking, it's
and every
amazing.
song's a fucking banger, bro. Like I haven't heard one bad ATM Danny song.
I got a bone to pick with Danny, and Mac knows it too, and Danny knows it too, bro. Bro, every time this motherfucker has a live performance and I'm there, I tell him, bro, my favorite song of ATM Danny is Moonwalking.
Has he not done that?
Never.
Really?
Live, never.
Oh yeah,
and I always tell him, bro, like,
he didn't do that at the live performance at playoffs?
No, he didn't, and I was upset at him for that.
Damn,
and I was like, you motherfucker. But it's all love. But
but we gotta see Moonwalking live, bro.
100%. There's so many people that I think that's like a really underrated song on his project.
Yeah,
on a Liftoff, and bro, that shit. Trust me, y'all know.
Yeah.
No, but another thing I wanted to get into with you is we mentioned it earlier. Let's bring it back up. Shout out CS Johnny.
Shout out to the boy,
that
man.
Fucking track. What is that? Plugged in freestyle?
Yeah.
Bro, that track. Crazy. The way Johnny hops on the fucking beat, just like that, like.
Ready to go.
How did that happen? How did the song with Johnny tap in? Like, how did all that happen?
So realistically, Johnny wasn't even supposed to be on that song. There was supposed to be a couple other artists from the Valley, and for just various reasons, whatever, they just couldn't, they couldn't make it.
Shit wasn't lining up for anybody.
It wasn't lining up, which is fine. There was a couple songs like that on the album.
Sometimes that has to happen because.
Honestly, it put the pressure on me to like, well, shit, maybe I have to write a second verse for this, or maybe I have to go look for somebody else. Mm-hmm. 2 days, maybe a day before the studio session, my final session, where I'm like, all right, I'm finishing the album today. I was out of options. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to write another verse. Like, sometimes that's hard where you already had one verse for a while, and then you try and go back and like try and recreate that magic or that spark. Bro, yeah. And it just doesn't always work out. So I was like, fuck, like maybe I just don't use this song or whatever. But then I hit Johnny up. I was like, I didn't know if he would do it or not. Mm-hmm. Like, him and I are cool.
Yeah.
And, we're
Johnny's a dope ass fucking individual, bro. That's the boy right there. Shout out CS Johnny.
Shout out CS Johnny.
Packtown,
but like,
fucking
I didn't know how cool we were.
Yeah.
To be like, hey, bro, can you tomorrow? Can you come to this studio with the verse written or freestyle, whatever?
You sent him the song? You sent him the beat?
I sent him the beat.
Okay.
I did. I was like, look, I have this beat. I think you would sound really good on it. I would like to, hopefully get this done for my project. Are you down for it? And he's like, yeah, bro, I'll be there. And I was just like, shit, that was easier than I thought.
Okay, so the studio comes. Was he verse ready? Like, he...
Yeah,
like,
he was ready.
Oh, he was ready. And he laid that down?
Yeah, you know what's funny? So I don't write my rhymes down on paper. I only write them on my phone. Like, because it's just easier.
It's easier, yeah.
It's faster. Like, if I write it on paper, I'll forget a line. And then
you
it just takes longer.
Me, I got chicken scratch writing. So there'll be times like...
Yeah, me too. I won't be able to read it. I'll be reading it like this in the studio. Like, the fuck did I write?
Yeah. It's way easier on the phone.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, 100%.
So I write all my shit on the phone. He came in with a piece of paper. I was like, damn. He wrote it on paper.
No, yeah. When I interviewed Johnny last year, he mentioned that he likes to write shit down on paper. Like, he has booklets of rhymes and shit like that. Yeah. So that's
I asked him too. I was like, do you usually write on paper? He's like, nah, bro. Like, this one I felt like I had to write down on paper. I was like, word? Like, why? He's like, bro, because you fucking came with it. I wanted to make sure that I came with it too. Like,
shout
I was
out
like, damn,
the boy, bro.
I think he was kind of like, I don't want to like, expose him or whatever. I feel like he was kind of like almost nervous in a sense.
Okay.
Of like getting on a song, like being like, I hope I did okay. I was like, bro, you did more than okay. Like, you brought something that I couldn't bring to this track. You brought exactly what this track needed.
100%, bro.
Like,
that shit.
1,000%. I think we have such different styles, but
the way it matched up on that fucking song,
it made sense on this song, for sure.
I think, okay, so I think the 2 songs on the album right now that for sure need a music video is Plugged In Freestyle and Slide With Me.
I don't know.
For sure, those two songs need a fucking music video.
Well,
on you know,
this
coming
week,
soon.
This week I have something like, I think right now I'm not focused so much on music videos.
Okay, yeah.
Because like that's a whole production, you know what I'm saying? And not for nothing, they don't really do too much for me.
Okay.
I think right now I'm working on a lot of promo videos, like short clips for Reels, TikTok, you know, YouTube Shorts and shit.
Yeah.
So me and Johnny we've already done something.
Oh shit!
So it's gonna come out. I probably where we're at right now. Time recording is coming out this week. So
okay.
Probably by the time this comes out,
this is gonna be
either
out,
already seen it or they're gonna see it.
Okay, this is gonna be out Tuesday, Wednesday. Most likely. Yeah. Most likely right. Wednesday.
Then Tuesday they'll have seen it already.
Okay, then bet.
But yeah,
y'all let us know what y'all think.
Yeah. So
that shit would be crazy.
Yeah, we did like a mic drop video in front of Circus Liquor. We were getting banged on and shit, but
oh, you fucking told me about that. Is that what that was for?
Well, cause you
never mentioned that it was for the song. That you just mentioned that
we were doing a food video too.
Yeah, that's what you told me.
Yeah. So we went there to go do the mic drop, and I was like, hey, we're already here. They have a spot there at Circus Liquor in NoHo.
Yeah, the fucking in the back of the building.
And we're gonna try food from there, and it was just too hot. So
yeah, right there, that fucking area, fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, and not for nothing, I'm a fucking big ass dude wearing a fucking luchador mask.
It's not too fucking hard to hide.
Yeah, you're gonna see me, and then you're gonna come and see what I'm doing.
Yeah,
and then
there's been times where like obviously like everybody knows the Get Down with the podcast.
Right.
We set up fucking wherever the person chooses to set up, and people we've had interactions before where people come like, hey, like what's like last year when we interviewed the homie Arson at a Compton courthouse, some OG pulled up on us like, hey, like what's going on? We told them like, hey, we're just filming a podcast right here, dog. We'll be no more than an hour. He's like, oh, for sure. What's the podcast? You got down my info and all this shit. He's like, all right, for sure. I just, checking in. We see cameras and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, we ain't gonna show no faces like of you guys. Like it's just us. The background was a Compton courthouse. He's like, all right, for sure. Yeah, y'all good here. Don't even trip. And right when I was like that, I was like, I'm what I'm saying? Like love, motherfucker, love.
For real.
Yeah, but yeah, right there.
We were not getting love that day.
Yeah, bro, right
it
there.
It was not all love. It was just to a point where like nobody was doing anything, nobody was really pressing us, but I was getting uncomfortable. And we were just out of our zone, bro. Like,
not to get too much into it, I know what you're saying. And it's not to put nobody's business out there.
Yeah.
There's just politics here in the valley. Johnny's
from a certain place.
He's from a certain place, and obviously you guys were in NoHo.
Yeah.
It's like
it's hot. It was hot out there.
For those of you guys that don't know the valley, and a lot of people from LA can relate to this.
Yeah.
I just had a conversation with somebody with my run club about this on Saturday. Politics are a big thing here in the valley. One big thing that's here in the valley, and it sucks, are hats.
But that's just LA in general.
Yeah, but here in the valley, it's like a little more stricter, I feel. Just because...
So?
The only reason I say that, it's because we're so close together. In LA...
But so are they, bro.
Well, like LA,
like they're closer
you have
together.
you have Hoover, and then like Hoover has this
60s.
big ass area. And then you have like the 60s. They have this big ass area. And then you have like fucking, Parus. They have this big ass area. But they're kind of far apart from each other. Here in the valley, it's like you got a neighborhood right here, and literally a block down is like another neighborhood.
Okay,
like,
I see what you're saying.
Like, okay, I grew like my elote man when I was a kid. Shout out to Chewy. Every time he knows that he's in a different neighborhood, he switches hats.
Damn. That's crazy.
Like, again, those people, for whoever's in the valley, what neighborhood represents what hat. So whenever he was outside our neighborhood going more down our block, he had a New York hat on. As soon as he crossed over the bridge and he was in our area, he put on that Boston Red Sox hat on. And at the end of the day,
at a certain point, bro, just stop wearing or wear a different hat. Like,
but no, I mean, it's out of respect, for the hoods and stuff like that.
I get it.
But then again, nobody's gonna check this guy.
Yeah.
Like
that was just trying to get his money.
Exactly. Like
He's
at the end of the day,
that's
at the end of the day, that's the way it is. But back to the situation. I get what you were coming from there. Just because, like we said, Johnny's his person. He's from a certain area, and you guys were just in a place where it's really active right now. Especially right now.
Yeah.
I feel like gang violence and like all that shit is getting super active. It was dead for a second.
Yeah.
And I finally understand what people say. It's a fucking everything.
It's a cycle, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Everything comes back around. Like, it's unfortunate. I feel like our generation almost kind of
killed it, yeah.
Like,
bro.
it was almost gone.
Because I remember in middle school,
it was corny
active.
to do that shit.
No. And when I was in middle school, it was active.
It was active.
It was really active. Once I got to high school, that shit died.
Yeah.
That shit fucking died. And bro,
we used to like make fun of shit like that.
Yeah. Once I was in high school, like older, I used to make fun. I'm just like, bro, like nobody does that shit.
Yeah,
more,
exactly.
Like,
that's what it was.
Bro. But now you see all these fucking kids in high school wearing the baggy ass motherfucker. Kids in high school are packing heat now, bro.
Yeah. I work at a middle school, bro. So it's like, I see it. I'm in the fucking, like, I see it, bro.
Yeah, like kids,
every day.
That's the shit that sucks. And I know we hopped off topic and it's fine. That's the shit though, like,
that's what we
motherfuckers are scared to get an ass beating nowadays, bro. Nobody wants a fucking ass beat.
Yeah.
As soon as you get your ass beat, you want to pull out a fucking knife. You want to pull out a fucking gun. Like, bro, fight me one-on-one. Like, I'll pull out my gun. And I promise you, I'm going to be the one that goes home that night.
Yeah.
Like, I got 2 dogs to go home to, dog. I'm going to make sure I go home to my boys.
Right.
But like, nowadays nobody wants to fucking fight. And that's why, like, it sucks to be going outside nowadays. Because, like, you just fucking never know what the fuck's gonna happen. And it really sucks, like,
yeah.
We can't fucking even go enjoy a night. Because there's people that go out just looking for that shit. Just looking to, like,
they're just supposed to, like,
what am I gonna start today? Who
lame
fucking,
ass dudes, bro. They get that shit and they think, like, they have all the power in the world and they want to use it. And it's like, they'll find any little fucking excuse. Oh, what are you looking at? Like, fool, I'm not even looking at you. Leave me alone.
Bro, we went to Rolling Loud last month.
Mm-hmm.
We went just the last day for Playboy Cardi's set.
Yeah.
During Playboy Cardi's set, the homie EK, he was with us. And some fool came and started banging on this fool. And we were just like, what the fuck? And then this fool, EK, the homie was all like, bro, like, I don't even bang. He's like, the guy, he was from Treetop. I think that's what he said. I think he said Treetop, yeah. Some shit like that. He's all like, oh, well, homie, you got a full-on Dickie suit on. Because my homie had Dickie pants on and a Dickie shirt.
Why are you banging on people at Rolling Loud, bro?
Bro,
you're at a music festival. You paid to get in there.
He gets more lame, fool. So... He bangs, he's all like, the homie's like, nah, I don't bang, I just tag. He tells him what tag, where he's from. The fool's like, all right, bet. He says where he's from and all this shit. He walks away. Literally, he goes to the next group and bangs on them. And we were just like, what the fuck is this fool on, dog? Like, fool, like, kick it, bro. You're at a fucking hip-hop music festival.
There's a fucking Ferris wheel behind you,
Playboy Cardi is, you're hearing some fucking hip-hop,
you're hearing
rock and roll shit right now. Yeah.
Like,
you're hearing fucking Cardi.
Yeah.
Who are you trying to bang on? Okay. Anyways, like 30 minutes passed. We head to the back of the crowd because we were getting ready to leave. But then Cardi kept playing like bangers after bangers after bangers.
Yeah.
The same guy came up to us and tried to bang on Skinny. And we're just like, fool, what are you doing? Like, you just banged on our homie. He's like, who's your homie? Who's your homie? And then the homie pops up. He goes like, my boy.
He was probably a smoker, dog. Yeah.
He was on something. But then it gets worse, dog. The festival's over. We're walking to the car. We see this motherfucker again banging on one of the hot dog ladies outside the venue. At that point, dog, you're lucky I don't know nobody from your hood, or else I would have called and got your fucking car pulled and got you checked, dog. What the fuck are you doing?
Not even from there.
Yeah, like, what are you doing banging on a hot dog lady trying to make some fucking feria, bro?
Who doesn't even, like, understand probably what the fuck you're saying or doing, like...
That shit was so
like,
fucking
the only
ridiculous.
English she probably knows is hot dog, hot dog, hot dog. And you're over here like, hey, where you from, homie?
Hot dog?
What the?
$5? $5. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's just funny. Nah, but back to like the whole CS Johnny, dog. Yeah, shout out to CS Johnny, bro. That
we got the video done. It's coming out. We did a
Safe
big
and sound.
we got a big back activities done at a different location.
Oh, that's another thing I wanted to bring up, bro.
Shout out to him for being part of this album. He's the only rap feature on this album, and I kind of just wanted it that way. Like I only wanted that. Yeah, one rap feature. Like I kind of got the rest of it handled myself, but he brought that shit to this track, and he really fucking killed it. And I hope that we fucking can do many more tracks in the future. Cause
100%.
I think him and I, we really do, like, we work well together.
Yeah, 100%.
Hell yeah.
Okay, going to that. For those of you guys that don't know, Sin Alma has a series that he started called Big Back Activities, and it's back.
It's back, baby.
It's back.
Whether I want it to be or not.
It's okay, though, because, gym life
I'm in the gym right now, so it's a little harder, but I'll figure it out.
No, but okay, congratulations, Big Back Activities back. I guess let's call it season 1. You did your burger showdown.
Yeah,
shit was great. I was able to be part of that episode for the win, which was cool. It was really good, really good, really good. Where do you see yourself going with Big Back Activities, though? Like, where do you see that shit going?
I want to do more long form content.
Okay.
I want to do like almost interviews. I want to bring guests with me.
Mm-hmm.
I guess like almost a similar concept to this. I want you to take me to a place where you either grew up eating, where they fuck with you heavy, where like,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, or just a place that you really love right now and like that means something to you. Let's go eat there. Let's talk about the food. Let's talk about, why you come here. And let's fucking eat. Let's review this shit. Let's see how good this shit really is.
That's dope as fuck. Okay, I love that. I love that where you're going with that 100%. Because there's like 2 spots that I have in mind. Well, 3 because, Marathon Burger, we haven't tried it.
I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, so
I've heard nothing but good things.
Same, bro. That, shout out to my brother JP. Shout out to all the fucking...
Shout out Black Sam.
Shout out Black Sam. Shout out all the Marathon team, Y'all making Nip proud for sure. He's looking down on you guys.
I love that Sam is just on the grill.
Bro, everybody, bro.
Yeah.
And I love... this is what I love, too. That whenever somebody comes to say what's up to them, they don't just come and say what's up. They get behind the fucking counter and start with RJ Mr. LA, Sexy Red, Bino, YG, DDG.
Did Thug get in there?
No, because
he came to show respect.
He came to show respect.
Yeah.
As soon as he came in, the first person he went to go see was Sam.
Yeah.
And he told him, congratulations on all this. Keep up the success. I think he did. I think I saw videos, but I could be wrong. Yeah. But again, like I said,
I think I only saw the video of him like just
saying
showing
what's
love.
Up. Yeah. But again, shout out to Marathon team. Like y'all doing big things.
When they do something, it's everything's intentional, and I appreciate that because like sometimes when an artist passes away, it just that's just all it is.
They get their flowers for a quick second, and then everybody forgets about them, and the only time they're mentioned is either on the birthday or on the anniversary of their passing.
Yeah.
Which sucks, but not in this case, not with Nip, bro.
No, they keep that legacy going.
100% from the collective weed shop here in Canoga. Shout out, had to put it in the valley,
Of course.
To the new store, the rooftop opening on Melrose.
To the Puma stuff, too.
Bro, oh my God, the Puma collab. And I love that they continued that connection with Puma.
Yeah.
And Puma kept it going because Puma, whatever they made off of the drops, I think they put a certain amount or half away for his kids.
Yeah.
So shout out to Puma for doing that again.
And I have some of those. Like I have the Marathon 10th anniversary Pumas.
The white ones?
No, I have the black and red ones.
Oh, okay,
yeah. Those are like, I got 2 pairs. I was wearing them at work, and I fucked up the first pair, and then the second pair I started wearing to work, and when I first started going to the gym a couple years ago, trying to get back in that mode, looking down, bro. I look down at my feet, I'm like, fuck, Marathon, keep going. It's just an inspiration.
That's a good one. Yeah,
and they're super comfortable.
And then go off topic. I'm happy to be part of the Marathon Run Club now.
Hell yeah!
Shout out the Marathon Run Club, y'all know who you are.
And that's cool as fuck too that they could take that and you know, still give Nip his flowers and keep his legacy going through that. Like,
so JP just mentioned to us on Saturday that Nip eventually did want to run the marathon, bro.
yeah,
But, you know, unfortunately, he couldn't. All this happened.
yeah,
You know, so that's why they started this run club.
okay,
And look at me, I've never ran a marathon, but that's been one of my bucket list to do it before I turn 30. I ain't getting any younger. I ain't gonna say my age. Fuck all y'all. But y'all that know me. And
let's just say the time's a ticking.
yeah. And I'm just all like, bro, if I'm gonna run the marathon, why not run it with the marathon brand? I've always loved Nip. I've been listening to Nip since I was in fucking middle school.
Yeah.
You know, Jorge has been one of my idols again since middle school. You know, being able to work with him. I've known Jorge for probably like about 5-6 years now. Being able to, you know, really have that connection with him. You know, him creating my first ever podcast logo. You know, it's been a fucking one of my dream come trues, bro. Like, he's a fucking idol of mine, and he's like a mentor to me.
Yeah.
You know, like whenever I need advice, I can hit up Jorge, and like he talks to me. He tells me like, hey, bro, you know, like you're doing what you got to do. You know, don't see it from that point of view. See it from this point of view.
Right.
You know, and then obviously he brings up Nip because Nip, you know, Nip talks for a lot of us, bro. Like, I feel like I can name you any type of Nip song and I could tell you how I could relate to that or how I know that's going to be me. And, you know, like, I started reading books, bro, and I'm just like, fuck. Like, I've been opening my eyes and seeing, like, I'm worth more in life.
Right.
You know? And it's just all like I said, if I was going to run the marathon, I'm doing it with the marathon, right?
That's why, like, when people that aren't from here or didn't grow up listening to Nip saying like, oh, I don't understand the hype around him or whatever, like, what was so special about him, bro?
It's just you had to be here, bro. Honestly,
I don't even think it's that. You just gotta listen, dog. Like, listen to what he's saying to you.
Listen to Bullet Ain't Got No Names, volume 1 through 3, from the front to the end. Each album,
you can listen to any of them.
You will understand that.
You listen to any.
My favorite Nip album till this day is Mailbox Money.
That's very slept on one.
I have it on vinyl. That's my number one album. I can listen to the album from back to back. Oh, Crenshaw's a good one too, bro. But Mailbox Money will forever be my number one Nip album. But again, you know, shout out to JP, shout out to Black Sam, everybody on the Marathon brand, keeping this legacy alive. And, you know, we're going to take it one lap at a time for that one.
One lap at a time, baby.
So, you know, going back to Big Back activities, I need to ask you this. What's your number one food spot in the Valley?
I was not prepared for that question.
I had to throw you off, dog.
I know.
Okay, give me a top three.
I don't have, like, it just depends on what I'm feeling, bro, honestly. Like, all right, Nico's Burgers in Silmar.
Okay.
I don't know. It's like a low-key spot. It's like a truck in the cut.
Oh, okay.
And all right, do they have to still be open?
No. It could be a spot that's
Nico's
cool.
out then. Mighty Mouth. R.I.P. Mighty Mouth.
Shout out Nico's, though.
Shout out Nico's. I love Nico's because they're the closest thing I've found to Mighty Mouth. Like, as far as the chili cheese fries go.
Oh, okay.
So, if you went to Kennedy, you know fucking Mighty Mouth. Like, you have to.
Was that the one that was right across the street from it?
It was like right. It's like
at
almost
the corner.
Yeah, in the corner.
I used to fucking talk to some girl from Kennedy back like when I was in high school, and she brought that up one time. Well,
I hope it was back when you were in high school.
It was. No, it was. I don't fucking, man. I'm to myself right now, bro. I ain't fucking with nobody right now. But yeah, it was some girl I talked to in high school.
Yeah.
And she told me about Mighty Mouth one time. Because I asked her, like, hey, what are you doing after practice? She's like, oh, I'm going to go eat. I'm going to go get some chili cheese fries. I was all like, oh, you guys have a spot for that too?
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, yeah, Mighty Mouth. So that name did sound familiar for a second.
Mighty Mouth. R.I.P. Chili cheese fries were goated. There'll never be another one. They closed it down because they have roaches. But name me a restaurant in America that doesn't have a couple roaches working in the back, all right? Name me one, and I'll fucking show you a liar, and I'll put a mirror in front of you. All right?
Okay, what about like Chinese food?
Panda Walk in Silmar.
Panda. Oh, where the Fresh and Easy used to be, right?
I think so.
Where Denny's is?
Yeah.
Bro,
They be stacking that shit,
Bro.
bro. You know what? I don't even really like Chinese food that much. I have to really crave it, but when I do, that's where I go.
Okay, yeah. So, RP to my brother Chubbs. He showed me that spot, bro. And I remember when he first, I have videos to this day from 9-10 years ago of us eating there and shit like that. We would be there probably like every other day, bro. If we weren't there, we were at B-Dubs.
Damn.
So that, bro, I used to be
good.
Yeah, bro. We were, bro. We were. But shout out, RP to my brother Chubbs. He showed me that spot, and that spot will always fucking have a special place in my heart. I love okay Chinese food. But whenever I really get the chance and I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to go to Panda Walk in Silmar.
Yeah. I think that's what it's called. I hope that's what it's called.
Yeah, it's where the Denny's is, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I think it is what it's called. But yeah, y'all know that spot, True Valley. And, it's been on fucking... There's a lot of foodies in the Valley that talk about that spot. And they said it too. Like, it's they pack up your tray. Here's the thing, though.
It's good prices, too. Like,
Yeah.
it's not... I mean, I feel like Chinese food and like Mexican food aren't supposed to be expensive.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not. It's supposed to be like...
I'm supposed to be able to go into a Mexican restaurant and get a fucking huge ass burrito, pause, for $5.
Pause.
Yeah, because bro, back in high school, I used to go to Takoyama for lunch.
Yeah.
$5, carne asada burrito. You go to Chipotle, small ass burrito, $14.
And that's just not
Fuck
good.
you. It's not. It's not. You can never
Fuck
be.
Chipotle.
You can never be an authentic Mexican and Chinese restaurant. And remember, here in LA in the Valley, the best Chinese food is cooked by a Mexican or Hispanic. Don't you ever fucking forget that.
Not just any food that you go to is cooked by a fucking Hispanic, bro. I went to an Israeli fucking restaurant on Friday for my boy's birthday. Dog, nothing but Mexicans or like Latinos, Hispanics working back there. I was like, oh, I didn't know we're coming from Mexican food, bro. What the fuck? If I go to your fucking restaurant and I go to the back,
there's Hispanic back there.
If there's not, I'm not eating there.
Yeah, that's just trash.
It's not. Yeah.
That's just in my opinion, but it may be good. But you always, for sure, every restaurant here in the Valley has
at least one back there.
Hispanic, for sure. Whether they're washing dishes, whether they're just cutting fucking,
just know they're putting in work.
They're putting in that motherfucking work.
Yeah. But shit, if I got another spot,
one more spot.
I love Carrillo's in San Fernando.
What is that?
Mexican food.
Ooh, okay.
They got the George Lopez burrito. Fucking
he's from
fat.
I
think the thing is he used to work there.
Oh, okay.
Because he's from San Fernando.
Shout out George Lopez, another Valley native right there.
It's I will say it's not like the best food in the world, but it just reminds me of like home.
It's heartwarming food.
And they got the handmade flour tortillas, like
ooh,
yeah.
All right, we'll have to try that.
Fat burritos, no pause. I'm fucking.
Hey.
They got veins in them and shit.
Yo, what's up? All right, so we're gonna come to the end of the podcast, but before we do, can you provide some knowledge or motivation for the kids coming up in the Valley, especially with you? Like you wear a mask. And for the people like me who know you behind the mask, you walk around with your mask not giving a fuck, and that's a great,
not a single fuck.
That's a great, to me, bro. That's motivation right there. That should go to show anybody like, damn, if he can walk around with a mask and not give a fuck, I can go do this and don't give a fuck about what people say.
Well, like look at where we are, bro. Like we're outside in front of a fucking carnival. I didn't know the carnival was in town. First off, we didn't do that. We're at Pettit Park right now. Yeah, which is a park that I grew up playing sports at. Like this, I literally grew up like up the street in those apartments and shit. Like that's where we lived first part of my life. Yeah. So like this park is very special to me. But look at where we're at. We're outside. There are people out. They're looking. They're wondering like what's going on and shit. And we don't give a fuck. Like we're here. We're doing it. And you do that. You go out. And wherever people take you, Compton Courthouse, people come say what's up to you, kind of press you, whatever. But you you move through those situations and shit.
Our first interview with you.
Our first interview,
we're at San Fernando.
In front of the library by Papa Juan's and shit. Like,
and Papa Juan's was cracking
that day, bro. I didn't know Thursdays were so lit.
Yo, that shit was so crazy because like as soon as we started setting up, you know, out of the corner of my eyes, I just see everybody like looking off the table, like, you know, what's going on. Right when we started filming, like everybody was just all like, you know, looking and shit like that. So yeah, at first I was nervous, especially with that one, because I'm like, damn, this is the first time like there's like a lot of people like that. Like, yeah, people are crossing the street, people are driving around and shit like that. But this is the first time where people are in the vicinity, literally just fucking making eye contact with us.
Yeah.
But after that point, that built a lot of confidence in myself. And even to this day, bro, like, you know, I've been going to the gym and shit like that, and I've been building confidence. I love myself again, bro.
Hell and yeah. That's the most important thing, bro.
If me and Sin Alma could just really give anybody anything, bro, not even just the kids, you know, an adult, you know, a teenager, don't give a fuck, bro.
Yeah, I spent too much time giving a fuck.
Yeah, 100%, bro. I used to fucking care about what people say. Yeah. Now, bro, I don't give a fuck about what you have to say to me, say about me.
Yeah.
All I ask is for one thing. Say it to my face. Whether it's good or bad, don't you ever talk behind my back.
Well, I got a line on the album, on Cheat Codes. I say, what did I say? I say, mama raised a champion, no time for a loser. Pops raised a smart man. Life was my tutor. Took L's and made them lessons. I wish I would have learned them sooner.
Yeah.
That's true, man. I took a lot, you know, we take a lot of L's, bro.
Yeah.
And you got to turn those into positives. You can't let them get you down too much. But I just wish there's a lot of stuff I wish I would have learned a lot sooner.
Same, no.
And I'm glad that I learned it on my timing, because then I get to tell other people what I learned, and maybe the younger kids, if they're listening, that they can hear that and be like, well, shit, learn from me and be better than I am.
100%, bro.
That's all I want, man. Like Tupac always said, I'm the fucking, I planted the seed, but you know, somebody's gonna be able to create like a fucking garden out of the seeds that I planted.
That's what's up.
So
Damn,
it's like
that's crazy.
That's what I want. I just want to plant the seed in like somebody's mind, just like the way Nip planted the seed for us, the way all the rappers that I grew up listening to, Andre 3000, Big L, Biggie, Jay-Z, Kanye, like the way they planted that seed in me to go out and then expand on their message and then put in my own message in there, you know?
Yeah, and that's where a situation I could bring up Nip. Mm-hmm. Nip started selling socks, t-shirts out of the trunk of the whip.
Yeah.
Then they got the first store, Sloss and Tees, got shut down. Then they went straight back to out the trunk, got another store in the same fucking shop. That shopping closet to this day will always be a historical site.
Exactly.
And what they're doing with it now, I love it. Can't say it, you know. I didn't sign an NDA, but I'm not gonna put the business out there. Y'all just gonna have to wait.
You'll find out when you find out.
Yeah, y'all find out. But you know, like Nip at the end, he said he didn't give a fuck. He thought smart. He didn't think stupid. And you know, that's the way you gotta think. I've heard it so many times. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And I've won enough stupid prizes to never. I've won enough stupid prizes to finally fucking not play any more stupid games, bro. Like I said, bro. Like I took some time off, you know, but you know. Everything's full back, you know. I've been throwing out vlogs out there for you guys, you know.
I love that too. That you're like, yeah, you got the podcast, but it's not just that. You got content. Bro.
Oh hell yeah, bro! I got more content coming too. Like I got.
Can't wait.
That shit's gonna be. Y'all gonna have to wait. Y'all gonna have to wait on all that. I ain't gonna say.
I can get it before you guys if I want to. You know, if I hit the boy, I'm like, hey man, send it to me.
Yeah, but you know, we're gonna wrap it up here because we're gonna get some marathon burger because I'm pretty hungry.
Bro,
yeah, I'm fucking hungry. So again, bro, thank you for coming on again.
Thank you for having me, bro.
You know, y'all go stream the album
Sin Dudas by Sin Alma on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, probably on Tidal. I don't think any of you use it, but it's there.
Shout out Jay-Z.
Shout out Jay-Z. Shout out Beyonce. Music video for Show Me Love on my YouTube. Go find me on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok at Sin Alma Music. Yeah, go keep streaming that album, bro. I can't wait for the summer when it makes more sense.
Yeah,
because that's why I put it out now, because like fuck, by the time the summer hits,
it's gonna make sense.
Yeah,
100%.
It already makes sense. It's already getting hot out here. The sky's blue, sun's out.
It's hot.
Bitches got their titties out sometimes. You know, We started to show more skin.
And that's the way we're going to close it off. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Let You Tell It podcast. I'm your host, Caesar, and we out this bitch. Yeah.
Lead a horse to the water, you can't make him drink. I've been bringing my family in and praying more to my reach. I've been doing make me feel alive, give a fuck what niggas thinking. I'm smiling, but I'm dead inside, lost my niggas to the street shit.